What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. EON, the company that made the HDMI adapters for the GameCube, just blew my mind when I woke up this morning. They announced an N64 adapter with an HDMI out. JT. While this isn't the first time that N64 has received the ability to have an HDMI out, it is the first plug-and-play solution from a reputable company that already knocked it out of the park previously with the GameCube. But not only do they have the HDMI out with a classic mode, they also have a little tiny button on the side that when you press it, it lights up blue and switches the output mode to something called slick mode, and that makes all the textures rendered smoother. So I don't know how they're doing this, what kind of internal CPU this adapter has, how the scan lines work, and if it interlaces extra lines or whatever it's doing to make it look even smoother, but this is going to work on every single HD TV with an HDMI out. Every single N64 game will work with it. This is mind-blowing stuff to the N64 fanboy in me, because for those of you who have followed this channel for a very long time, you'll know that I've been working on a complete collection and getting there slowly day by day. This is something that I was looking forward to, an N64 Classic from Nintendo, and they kind of dropped the ball on that. They never came out with it, and I've had my N64 connected to the HD TV in my game room through just the audio video plugs, and it works good enough. Nothing great though. Having the ability to switch it to an HDMI and then upscale it with this slick mode to see what that's going to look like in person, I honestly can't wait for it. The idea of a plug-and-play HDMI adapter for the N64 is mind-blowing because, like I said, previous to this, you'd need to do some soldering, some system modifications. Yes, HDMI out was possible, but it wasn't an easy task by any means, nor did it look like what this is going to be able to do with all N64 games and the slick mode. The adapter comes out on July 22nd, and I've already sent a message to the company asking them to see if I can get one of these early, because honestly, I want to do a review of one of these, and regardless of if they send it to me or not, I'm getting one of these because it's perfect for my game room. It's something I've been waiting for and asking for what seems like forever. And now that this has come to fruition and will be available to the general public, it makes me not even really care if the N64 Classic comes out anytime soon, because I'm able to play my N64 games on an HD TV, and that was the main purpose of me wanting the N64 Mini in the first place. Now that I'm able to do it with my original N64, not really caring about getting the N64 Mini anytime soon. Not to mention, the thing with the N64, the games, the graphics, how the ROMs process on emulators, it's one of those things that technology, though it is able to emulate the games, still can't do it perfectly unless you go with a super powered computer that has a super perfect emulation with these games. And even then, I've found plenty of issues with them, which might have led Nintendo to slow down on releasing an N64 Classic, might have been one of the reasons why it hasn't come out yet. This is the perfect solution for that. The N64 itself may be a little bit pricey, going on eBay for, what, $50 these days. The games themselves truly aren't that expensive for what they are though, especially a lot of the classics. You can get a good group of these N64 games together with a controller for $100. With this HDMI adapter, you'll be ready to go, and on a modern TV, it's gonna be perfect. I can't wait for this. The thing with these EON adapters is they're not cheap. If it's anything like the GameCube HDMI adapter, we're looking at a minimum of $150 USD. Pricing has not been announced for the N64 EON HDMI adapter yet, but I would imagine it would be somewhere around the ballpark of what the GameCube one goes for. So with that being said, it's not gonna be cheap by any means to get this in your game collection, but for the people who already have the N64 and the games they want to be playing on their HD TV, via this HDMI cord, it's not going to be a gigantic investment. You don't have to buy everything else. You already have it. 150 bucks-ish, somewhere around there. Not going to break the bank, especially for the N64 enthusiasts, and there are plenty of us out there. Anyways, I'm going to leave the video right there, but let me know what you guys think about the EON HDMI adapter for the N64, what this is going to present to the end user with the scaling and how it works with the new age TVs. Something that the retro enthusiasts have been begging for a very long time, and honestly, this is shifting the game up quite a bit. People before, for the most part, had to either play N64 games emulated through an HDMI, or had to have their consoles modded, and even that didn't work perfectly. So this looks to be the end-all be-all for the retro gaming enthusiasts in the N64 scene. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing!